Hey guys, Barbara here. How's your day going? Alright guys, so I was doing this series for Valentine's, right? The 2 for meals where I do like an entree and a dessert. And I'm still going to be doing that this week, but on Wednesday. Because today I realized that I don't have anything for Super Bowl. So I'm going to show you a couple of great snack ideas for Super Bowl, alright? You're watching The Bear Pantry Show. Say hello to Mama.
Hi everybody.
She's not shy, okay? Joe and I are working hard finding these things. Say hello to my guest, Mario Ramirez from
Box 11.
Oxtails. Today I've got Jory because Joe's sick.
And I'm leaving.
And, yes, Jory's sick.
Best kid.
And we're Honorable Mayor Aquanetta Warren.
Attack!
Where shall we start? Because it all looks so good. Let's start with this bread.
You're watching The Bear Pantry Show with my sister.
Okay, so you're supposed to use chorizo, but when I saw the chorizo, it seemed like a lot of work to take it from the skin. So I just went ahead and got this mild Italian sausage right here. It's from pork. I'm not a great fan of pork. I'll eat bacon, pepperoni, and ham. But hey, oh wait. First of all, let me turn my pot on. Now while the pot's coming up to temperature, let me show you what all we have. Half of a red onion diced, half of a red pepper diced, some jalapenos, about 2 to 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, a cup of milk. I guess this is about a cup of extra sharp cheddar. This is about 2 cups of, it's supposed to be Monterey Jack, but it was cheaper to just buy the Colby Jack / Monterey Jack combination cheese thingy. That was cheaper, all right? So now over here, not to confuse things, I have some chocolate chips melting because that's going to be a part, oh, I had the dessert stuff right here, but I moved it. That's going to be a part of the dessert that we're going to do, and it's going to be something fried. We're going to have some fried fruit. Meanwhile, go get something pretty to serve your Super Bowl stuff in. This is what I happen to have. This is a gift donated to the show. This is supposed to house the dip, and this is the chips. I made homemade chips because I wasn't finna pay $2.99 for some tortilla chips, all right? And I don't do, what do you call the chips, Jory? Nachos? No, Doritos. I don't do Doritos and all that type of stuff because it has MSG. So I'm just going to go ahead and cook this up. Make sure it's not pink anymore. I'm going to break it up as we go along. And then, I'm going to show you what comes next. If you're like me and you have trouble breaking it up with a spoon, get your trusty potato squisher, okay? Potato masher, let's mash it up. Yeah, see? It's coming nice already, right? It smells like pepperoni. I guess that's what pepperoni is made from, huh? I'm going to go ahead and put some salt and pepper now because if I don't, I'll forget. So just about a teaspoon, half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of salt. Not too much because the sausage is salty and the cheeses are going to be salty. Salt and pepper. I think I did like half a teaspoon of each. And just allow it to cook some more because it's still kind of pinkish. So I'll be back when this is nice and golden. Alright, so it truly smells like pepperoni. And this is a breakfast sausage, so it doesn't take too long to cook. And I'm just going to get it all out here with my slotted spoon because I want to leave some of that fat behind so that we can do what we're going to do with the rest of the ingredients, alright? So you're going to use the same pan. Don't go and dirty anything else. Just let me get this all out and then over back to the stove so you can see what I'm going to do next. Here we go, guys, with the onions. And we're doing the red onions because it's just gorgeous. The red peppers. Of course, you could switch it out to whatever peppers you like, but I just like the coloring here. And the jalapenos, like the kids say, the jalapenos. Of course, you could put more jalapenos if you like to make it hotter, okay? But when you're doing things to feed a crowd, you always want to stay in between because you don't know who. Let me get this big piece out. You don't know who can tolerate heat from who can't. Just want these to cook until they're a little bit tender. Time to add the flour. I don't think we're going to need the whole thing. This is just to thicken everything up, okay? Stir it well so everything can be coated and the flour can cook in, because you don't want to taste that flour later. So just a thickener. After the flour is well incorporated, we're just going to add the milk, and it's going to get creamy like a gravy. This is a dip, you know. Just in case you guys forgot what I'm making a dip. Let me make sure the flour cooks a little bit more. Time to add our gorgeous milk, 1 cup. I don't want the milk to scald, so I'm going to turn my fire down to low because this is my big burner, my double burner. So now let me add the cheese. We're not going to put all of the pepper, Monterey Jack and the Colby Jack. We're going to put in all of the cheddar. We're going to leave some behind for a little bit of a topping. Let's see. I think I turned it too low. Let me go back up a little bit. And all I'm going to do is stir this gently until this cheese is melted and well incorporated. Then I'm going to add the rest of the cheese, alright? Before I add the rest of the cheese, I'm going to put back in the sausage. And Jory just reminded me that I didn't mention anything about flour when I was showing you guys the ingredients, but it was on the counter. So the flour is just to thicken up everything. It's 2 tablespoons. When I edit this video, I'll find out if I said it or not. I believe Jory. How is this looking, guys? Pretty easy, right? For you to have a big batch of this for the people who are coming over for the football game. You guys know I'm Belizean. We're not into football. And but I'm into the food. Okay, I'm going to add the rest of my queso. And anything with cheese goes well with Super Bowl. Just saying. Meanwhile, let me show you my chocolate. It's melted. If you're going to be making a lot of this stuff, you're going to need a lot more. That's like a cup of the chocolate. But once I set this up for you guys, I'm going to move on quickly into making the next snack, which is a dessert. So I'm just going to do 2 snacks for you guys, alright? Set the rest aside like in the slow cooker for the latecomers, or to hide it from the greedy people that are going to want to eat it all. Put the chips. I didn't do a whole lot because it's only for us. Yes, what do you guys think? We're going to taste it a little bit once the dessert is done. So let me tell you what I did to melt the chocolate so we could dip the strawberries in it. I put 6 tablespoons of butter in my bowl along with a cup and a half of semi-sweet chocolate chips and 2 tablespoons of corn syrup. And that's what you need to do in order to make the chocolate be smooth and runny so you can dip stuff in it, because if not, it's going to come lumpy like this, okay? So I washed my strawberries, took off the leaves, and poke the skewer through it. I'm only going to do 5. And then to do my cake batter, I just followed the instructions on the box. And Jory was like, how did you do the chocolate, Mom? I'm like, I had to go get out the corn syrup. And he's like, that's super unhealthy now. I'm like, it was never healthy to start with, because we're going to dip this in chocolate, Jory. Dip it in the batter, and we're going to fry. So let me get my oil going. See how my chocolate's coming along? Ooh, it's coming along nicely. Yes, guys. And for the people who have been asking if I would do like a half apron, this is what you do. Bend the top part in, and it's a half apron. Because no, I'm not going to do a half apron. You guys, we just learned how to sew in November. This is the pattern that we know, and this is the pattern that we're going to stick with for a while. until we can do better, okay? Meanwhile, I have a bunch of other stuff to sell at my site. I have handbags, 2 types. I have bag organizers, all different flavors. And I also just added eye pillows for the people who go to yoga and stuff. You know, people who are stressed out with their eyes because you look at the iPad and the iPod. Does anybody have iPod anymore, Yori? Am I the only one that has an iPod? And so all that stuff will strain your eyes. So you need these eye pillows that are filled with, I forget the name of the seeds that's in there. Not sesame seed, flaxseed. Thank you, Jory. I feel them and I don't know what's in them. Flaxseed scented with lavender. Okay? Meanwhile, I'm taking care of my thing because I don't want it to burn. So I think this is almost ready. Okay, let me move this over to the counter. Let me find something to set it on. Look, I'm advertising for Master Chef. I shouldn't. But I pick up these free things everywhere I go. So here we go. See, it's a little bit more runny. So we could dip. It'd be cool if you put this like in a mason jar and just dip straight in there, right? So let me see if it'll work, guys. This is the first time I'm doing this. Jada saw this on Facebook and he's like, Mom, you have to try this now. It's a little bit better. It's not sticking. Well, it's getting there. So just let me go ahead and get this doused really, really well. Drain off some of it. Drain off the excess. It's looking better. Then we're going to do this though. And make sure that the thing don't fall off of the skewer. You know, on Facebook, these things look a lot easier than they really are to make. Oh, my bad. I did something wrong. Let me show you. I did something wrong. I'm supposed to dip it in the chocolate and then let the chocolate set. Duh! So let me drain this one. Then I'm going to do all the next 3. I'm going to set it right on the split here for it to set. I'm not going to get rid of that one, of course. And then I'm going to dip it in the batter. And when I come back, we're going to be frying, okay? They're setting nicely, guys. So my first one didn't come out so good because the batter for the cake was already kind of swelling up, see? I'm going to wash all of this off and do it again, though. But these ones are frying okay. But if the cake batter is already swelling up, stir it up again with the whisk, all right? And you can also do this with pancake batter, but I didn't want to do it with that because pancake batter tends to be like super salty and I don't like it. Let me put this one in here. This is why my oil looks so dark because of the other one messing up. But see, these are coming out great. All right, guys, I don't know if the work that I put into this was worth doing this one. I suppose we'll know after we taste it. See, these two look like, These two look like I made it. If Jada were here, oh my God, it'd be so beautiful. But hey, I tried. Now what I'm gonna do with the rest of my batter that's left over, I am gonna bake it. And I don't know if I need 2 pans or 1 because I've used some, right? I'm gonna flour this, just stick it in the oven and bake it like a regular cake. So let me get these. I think you take the skewers out. I mean, they look good. I'm gonna cut one open and show you guys. You cut one of these ones.
I mean, either way, it's chocolate and cake and a strawberry.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with it, right, Jory? And props to Jory for helping me out today, and props to Joe, because every time I've given Jory a break because I got frustrated with this, Joe took over. So there you go. After I take my pictures, I'll cut one of these ones. That was such a disaster just now to go do the thumbnail because the winds were blowing with gusts up to like 60 miles an hour. And it blew all the powdered sugar off the thing. So I had Jory come with the powdered sugar and sprinkle while I'm snapping a picture. And he goes, this is not a good idea. The whole thing's blowing away. It was fun though. It made me laugh today. So Joe has this kitchen hot right now because he's baking. But I'm so glad because I'm hungry. So I'm tasting this one that I cut open. Okay. Yeah. I think it's worth it. Some people will fry the Oreo cookie too. Don't judge me. If you're not a great fan of strawberries, you might not like this one because strawberries is tart. But it's pretty good. I think it's worth it. I would practice some more. and do that again. But I want to taste this. I've been dying to taste this ever since it was done. That right there? Just enough salt. Ooh, the pepper is hitting the back of my throat. Pepper good. It tastes like I'm eating pizza. Like the chips is dipped in the pizza. This is gorgeous. You guys are gonna love this one for any party that you do, okay? Not just for Super Bowl. You can even do this for your honey for Valentine's, you know? So remember to tune in on Wednesday because I'll have a twofer. I'm gonna have a Valentine meal. That's the dogs going crazy. Jory's not used to this new laid-back style that I'm doing for the cooking channel. She says, Mom, the dogs are barking. Calm down. We all right. Shout out to my sponsors. Thank you so much for all the donations that you give to the show. Thank you for buying my stuff that I'm selling. You guys are amazing. You help the show to grow and you keep the show going. Okay, without you, I'd be nothing. I couldn't do it. I would just quit. All right. So thumbs up the video if you've liked what I've produced here. Let me know if you guys tried this. Let me know if you figured out how to do the chocolate better. See, I messed this up today. Usually when it comes to melted chocolate stuff, Jada's here to help me, and I'm not afraid or ashamed to admit if I'm not really great at something. But I had to try for you guys, okay? So I will see you Wednesday with another video. Thanks for making it all the way to the end of the video. Don't forget to check out my other channel, Bear Pantry Talk, for reviews and family vlogs. Also, follow us on social media. All links are in the description below.